My name is Raffaella. I come from a beautiful Italian island called Sardinia. I'm 25 years old and I'm a PhD student at the Max Planck Institute of Mathematics in the Science of Leipzig. And I arrived here in Leipzig in September 2017.
So, why did you move to Leipzig?
So in 2009, when I was 17 years old, I came from the first time in Germany. And I did an exchange year in a little town between Cologne and Bonn, hosted by a great German family. And I stayed there for 1 year, so I did the school in German. Then I came back to Sardinia. I finished school there. Then I did my bachelor in mathematics in Udine, which is in the north of Italy, between Venice and Trieste. And then I did my master's degree in Bonn. And I went back to my host family, my German family. Yeah, and then I started my PhD in Leipzig at the Max Planck Institute of Mathematics in the Science. And the reason why I chose this institute is because when I decided to do a PhD, I told my master supervisor I would like to do a PhD, and she had a very clear mind about my future, so she told me you should definitely go to the Max Planck Institute. And the day after, she sent an email to both me and one of the directors of the Max Planck, because he was her PhD supervisor, and she wrote you two should meet each other. The day after, he invited me to go to Leipzig for a conference, and yeah, it was great.
What do you think about Leipzig?
I love Leipzig. I think it's the most beautiful city I've lived in. Yeah, actually my hometown is better, but it's because of the sea, of course. But Leipzig has, first it's a beautiful city. It has a lot of nature. It's big, but you can go easily everywhere by tram or by bike. And there are so many great activities you can do. For example, you can ride the bike everywhere. You can, yesterday I went kayaking, and then in the afternoon I danced swing, because there is a great swing community here in Leipzig, which is very active. I go to a gym just for girls. I didn't even know before coming here that there exist gyms just for girls.
What do you need to know before you come to Leipzig?
If in particular you have allergies or intolerances, you should know that here it seems like in restaurants they don't really know the concept of allergy or intolerance, and they never bring you the things you ask. I have many allergies. Almost every time I go to a restaurant in Leipzig, I say I'm allergic to milk, I'm allergic to eggs, and to this and to that. Could you please bring me this simple dish without, extra things? They just bring you the dish with eggs and milk and all the extra things you didn't want, because they just don't, I don't know, maybe allergies and intolerances here are not that common, so...
Do you see yourself staying in Leipzig for a long term?
My dream is to go back to Sardinia, of course, but my second dream is to do something beautiful with mathematics, to work on something I love, so I don't know whether I can match these two things. I really love Leipzig, so I wouldn't mind too much to stay here. I mean, I would be happy also if I could stay here.
Tell me about something funny or weird that happened to you here.
In October 2016, I was in Hamburg visiting a friend, and at some point in the city center we heard the most beautiful Ave Maria ever, and there was a big family of gypsies singing and playing it, and we just couldn't stop dancing because it was great. And after it, I've been searching for this version of Ave Maria for months, because it was great and I couldn't find it. And then the first time I was in Leipzig, I was the last day I was here, I had to spend half an hour in the city center before taking my train. And at some point I saw them, the gypsy family, sitting there in the city center of Leipzig. And I was I tried to tell them in English and in German, I love your Ave Maria, I've been searching for it for a long time, I don't know where I can find it, you are great, the way you sing, the way you play, it's so moving. And they couldn't understand any word. So at some point I just started to say, Ave Maria, Ave Maria. And I think I also started to sing it a little bit. And then somehow with hands, they let me understand that I had to wait there and that they were going to play the Ave Maria for me. And it was great.
So give me a recommendation of something to do or to see in Leipzig.
You should definitely, if you like it, dance swing in Leipzig. There is a big community and they do a lot of events and there are also different courses. I dance, for example, Lindy Hop, which is the one with dancing partner, and solo jazz, which is without partner. And they're both great. There are, I think, 3 groups in Leipzig that teach swing. And I follow one of these groups. They don't have a fixed place, but sometimes they do it in Villa Leipzig and sometimes in Noel's ballroom.